Hey, it's LSFT here today, and today we're here to look at the 2023 Lexus RX pricing for the Canadian market. So, Lexus Canada has officially released the pricing for Canada, and today I'm here to deep dive a little on the price and compare it to the NX and look at the leasing and financing options. If you're interested in the US market pricing, I have produced a video about a month ago, and you can press on the card right now to watch that video. It is definitely exciting times for viewers who have their name on the list and have put a deposit on the 2023 RX. Once Lexus announces the pricing, it does mean that it's close to delivery time. With yesterday's press release saying that they have started production of the 2023 RX at TMMC, Toyota Motor Manufacturing Canada, on November 7th, it does mean that the vehicles are almost here. So now let's go and press on that build and price. We scroll down to the RX, and then now you would see that they have offered the 2022 and 2023 build configurator on the site. All prices that we're looking at is Ontario pricing, and now when you look at it, they have the 2022, 2023, and right now we're looking at the 2023, where they have the RX 350, 350H, and the RX 500H. 450H is not here yet. You can see that the 350 has a lot of options, actually a lot of trims or packages, and the 350 actually has less. There's no F Sport for the 350H, and for the 500H, which is purely an F Sport performance model, which only has two options. So now we're not going to be looking at this, and we'll look at the spreadsheet that I've created with capturing all this information. Okay, so now we switch over to the spreadsheet. In the spreadsheet right now we're showing is the 2022 versus the 2023 Lexus RX comparison for Canada. So here you see in this column we have the 2022 RX 350 and the 2023 RX 350 in this column. You would also notice that there is actually more trims this year in the RX 350. It's probably because in the previous year there was no F Sport 1 and there's no Ultra Luxury. It may be because they stopped selling it and that's why it's no longer shown. I don't know, but if you look at here, the standard price it has gone up $1,150. And then when you look at the luxury, it's only gone up $450, which just seems to be the bargain one. And then the ultra luxury, because we don't have a reference here, and then we have the executive, which has gone up 2,600. And then if you're looking for an F Sport, the F Sport 2 has gone up 1,850, and the F Sport 3 has gone up 2,600, which is not too much, I would say, because if you think of it, you have a much better infotainment system, there is a better Lexus safety system, all that costs money, and when you look at it, it's not that much more. So now we look at the 2022 RX 450H versus the 2023 RX 350H. So when you think of it, it may be a downgrade, right? If you look at it from a 450H to a 350H. Both are hybrids, but again, the 350H is more efficient, more fuel efficient than the 450H. So we'll have to see what that means. And when you look at that, the standard has actually decreased $100. And when we look at the luxury, it's down $800. The executive, however, has gone up $1,350. So depending on what kind of features are available, maybe that's where it justifies the $1,350 difference. And you also see that there is no F Sport this year in the hybrid version. And that also follows the trend of the NX2. So I don't know why North America does not get F Sport 350H, but other places in the world, they do get it. But now when you look at it from a non-hybrid to the hybrid, so the 350 to the 350H, it is actually the same across the board. It's $1,500 difference. So to get a hybridized vehicle, you're paying $1,500 more. But then we have to go deeper into the details of what features are available and is there any differences there. And the pricing for the RX 450H Plus is not out because it's not officially released in North America yet. And then we have the RX 500H, which is only available in Canada as a F Sport Performance 2 and 3 package. And that's 79,800 and 85,600. So when you look at the RX 350, from the base is 58,650 all the way to 71,150. And then when we look at the hybrid, it's 60,150 all the way to 75,650. So when you look at the range, it's very comparable from last year's version. So now we look at the NX versus the RX. So you may think that why are we comparing these two? They're two different class vehicles, they're two different things. But then when you look at it, the NX and the RX share a lot of the same components. The 2.4 liter turbo, even the hybrid system is a 2.5 liter with the hybrid system. So they're very similar. The difference is you have a different car size, you have different materials inside, you have higher class materials, I would say. Probably the insulation is better, so you have more refined drive. I don't know. I haven't test drove the RX yet, but hopefully one day I will be able to do that. And then when you look at this, we can do that comparison. So when you look at it, the NX 250, there is no equivalent to the RX because that's the entry level of the NX, and the entry level for the RX is the 350. And then when you look at the price differences between the trims, you can notice that the F Sport the difference is 4,700, and then it goes all the way to 9,400 in the Ultra Luxury. Even at the top trim, it's 8,900. So you're talking about a $5,000 to $9,000 difference in the gas version. When you look at the hybrid version, the price differences are actually a little bit closer. When you look at it, it's about 8,200 to 10,400. Again, I think it depends on how packages are actually put in between, and that's how we actually can see how that all works out. Right now, based on the differences between the NX and the RX, I'm guessing about a $10,000 difference between the 450H Plus and the RX 450H Plus. So this is my guess right now, and let's see what that means when it actually arrives. And then again, there is no 500H F Sport Performance 2, so these are just standalone prices for the RX. So now we flip to the second sheet. 2023 Lexus RX Canadian pricing, and now we're going to look at the leasing and financing options for November. So again, why I'm saying November? Because December, we don't know what the rates are. This is really just a time of the rate numbers, and hopefully the rates go down. So these will be less numbers, but unfortunately, our rates continue to go up. So let's see how this goes. So one thing I'm going to say here is these numbers are based off where I live in Ontario, Canada, and also I have a few options for the rates right now. So when you look at it on the leasing side, I have three options. So option one is we're doing monthly payments for 40 months, driving 14,400 kilometers, zero security deposit, zero down payment, taxes, levies, freight, and PDI are all included. Option two is similar, but the only difference is there's a 1.5% loyalty rate discount. So if you're currently leasing or financing a Lexus, you can go back and get a loyalty discount on your leasing rate or your finance rate, and that's 1.5% discount. Then the third option is the monthly payments, 40 months, same thing, same driving distance. Now you put a $10,000 security deposit, no down payment, a 1.5% loyalty discount, and all the taxes and stuff are all included. So why would I put a $10,000 security deposit? And what's that different between a down payment? So the security deposit really means is when you return your lease, you can actually get that $10,000 back. A down payment is when you put it down, you will not get it back. And if you decide to buy back the vehicle, you can use that $10,000 to pay off the vehicle at that time. But the $10,000 security deposit also helps reduce the leasing rate for another 1.5%. So if you do have the loyalty rate and the security deposit uh, discount, you're looking at 3% less per month. Now we look at the finance. So financing, I'm actually putting two options. Option one is 48 months, no down payment, that's it. The pricing and taxes are all included. Option number two is similar to the other ones where we have 48 months, we have a $10,000 down payment, a 1.5% loyalty rate discount, and tax levies, freights, PDI included. So when you look at that, the reason why I'm putting a $10,000 down payment is just to have the equivalent of option 3 in the leasing. But you do get that 1.5% loyalty rate if you are a current Lexus Financial Services uh, customer, really. Okay, so let's go through this list. I have shared this document in the description below so that you can actually come back and look at it yourself. So when we look at the RX 350, the premium at leasing, it's about $1,000 a month when you put nothing down. When you get the loyalty discount, you can see that now it's under $1,000. And then if you actually put in a security deposit, it goes almost to $900. So you can see a difference here. And you can see that there's a difference between the first option to the third option. There's $137 difference. So when you multiply that by the 40 months, that's a significant amount of money. So when you go down to the luxury grade and all that, and when we just go down to the highest trim, the $1,387 a month, and if you go to option 3, it's $1,218 a month. And it's also $169 difference. For the 40 months, that's a lot of money too. So if you're interested in the F Sport, it's similar to the Premium to Executive. The numbers are very similar. Then when we look at the hybrids, they're talking about 1,080 to 1,400. And then if you're going to option 3, where we have the security deposit and all that, it's 939 to 1,241. And the difference is 140 to 172. Then we look at the RX 500H in the leasing. It really ranges from 1,500 to 1,600, and you can go to 1,300 to 1,400. Now when we look at financing, so 48 months, 4 years, you're ranging from 1,650 range to $2,100. And if you do put a $10,000 down payment, then it's 1,376 to 1,786. And you can see the difference having that down payment and the loyalty rate. It saves you about $300 max per month. And think of that as 48 months. Then if you look at the hybrid, 1,700 to 2,100, and option 2 gives you 1,400 to 1,800, and again another $294 roughly per month. Looking at the 500H financing, 2,200 to almost 2,400, and 1,935 to almost 2,100, and that's like $300 per month. So just to look at this, if I take this number and just take the executive hybrid and multiply that 48 months, you can see that it actually saves you $14,000, and you put $10,000 down payment. So you can see that you're putting your $10,000 down payment does help save you some money here. And even if you look at from a leasing standpoint, I take this number, I'll just take the exact same trim and multiply that by 40. You can see that this one's about almost $7,000 difference, just having from option 1 to option 3. So there we have it. The 2023 RX pricing for Canada has been released, and if you're interested in owning one, do reach out to your local Lexus dealership and put your name on the list. If you don't put your name on the list, it will never arrive. Hopefully you find this video useful, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please comment, like, and share this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that alert button to get notified when new videos are posted. If you'd like to support the channel, you can definitely provide a super thanks. I'll see you guys again next time in the next video.